My wife, as soon as she gets done putting the kid down to bed with me, she gets on her laptop and she's working on answering emails, doing all this kind of stuff for hours and hours and hours. On Saturday night, I think I'm going to go out on a limb and say Saturday night was the last time I masturbated, which absolutely nobody watching this needs to know that. But we were super tired from hanging out with the kid, doing family stuff all day. My wife, as soon as she gets done putting the kid down to bed with me, she gets on her laptop and she's working on answering emails, doing all this kind of stuff for hours and hours and hours. I went and I masturbated before I went to bed. It would have been weird for me to be like, yo, like, I know you're like working really hard and you're exhausted and you're tired and you just want to go to bed. Can we have sex right now just because I want to? In that situation, I feel like me masturbating is like by far the most compassionate version of me getting what I want or what I need in order to go to bed right there, because she's clearly not in the mentality that she wants to. Like, we're just not on the same page energy wise right there. So I didn't even suggest it or try. And I saw that like a real extreme version of that when we had a kid, because it's like, obviously, they tell you to have sex a lot while she's pregnant, because it will basically like spur the kid coming out at some point, not like physically, but like, I guess having sex is good for having the kid on time and everything like that. But then even after that, it's like, she has the kid, guess what? She don't want to sleep with you for a couple months or like a month after that, because it's like, especially she had a C-section, so she's all bandaged up here and everything like that, whatever. But it's like, during that time period, I can honestly say I probably masturbated more than any other time in my adult life, because my wife wasn't really in the proper shape to be doing that in the first place, and I don't want to bother her when she's dealing with an infant all the time and stuff like that. So it's like, I feel like masturbation is actually like a very beneficial, useful tool for a young man's mental health. And I'm going to include myself in young men, even though I'm 41.